Well, I want to thank everybody for all the wonderful emails, phone calls, and visits we had since our last extravaganza. The volume has been so much, and I just apologize for the delay, but I'll get back to everybody. And please keep those responses coming on in. The ideas, we're never too short of ideas. Well, the Willits Environmental Center, which is 630 South Main Street in Willits, and that will tell you where that is, they put out their newsletter. And over here, I thought, if you don't mind, I'd read the newsletter. And this is by Ellen and David Drell. The bypass, Little Lake Valley hangs by a thread. This may be the last bypass update. Yesterday, August 6th, the Water Board issued the 401 certification to Caltrans to build the bypass. But the Army Corps of Engineers has not yet given Caltrans the requisite 404 permit to bury wetlands under millions of cubic yards of fill and destroy other natural parts of Little Lake Valley. Your WEC, Willits Environmental Center, is substantially responsible for that little miracle. However, by the time this arrives in your mailbox, Caltrans may have this final permit in hand. This sad result will occur despite our best efforts to try everything short of a full-out federal lawsuit against the Army Corps, EPA, and possibly others for allowing destruction to waters of the U.S. without good reason or a believable mitigation plan. This effort, which began for some of us in 1988, redoubled in 95, 99, 2002, and again in 2007, has pretty much exhausted some of us. At no point along the way did the Willits City Council object to this wasteful, destructive plan for Willits and the Valley, nor did it show interest in a less brutal vision. Unfortunately, the rest of the Willits community has not mounted a sufficient or persistent enough campaign against the bypass to stop or redesign Caltrans's tragic, outdated freeway plan. We are personally heartsick that our community will be forever marked by assenting to the construction of a freeway bypass for a mere 5,000 to 7,000 vehicles per day on the eve of declining oil reserves in the face of oil spilling into the Gulf of Mexico for months in a world threatened by climate change due largely to burning fossil fuels, all because of the nuisance of one intersection in town. Our community did not make an adequate effort to take its place in the worldwide effort to live with the earth rather than at her expense. Willits turns its back on this awesome responsibility and equally awesome opportunity. Of course, it is not too late until the trees begin to fall and the bulldozers begin to tear at the earth. We believe the law is on our side, and though somewhat eroded by time and use, it still has the power to save precious places. But it will work only if enough people step forward now with enough energy and money to see it through. If you would like to help mount the final effort, call 707-459-4110. Let me say that again, 707-459-4110. Here's another note over here in the same newsletter by Ellen Drell, the Willits Environmental Center Farm. Tell me more. 3 years ago, the WEC, the Willits Environmental Center, negotiated a legally binding agreement with Caltrans to allow the WEC to participate in the development of the mitigation plan for the bypass. This experience could fill a book, which I'll avoid for now. Our urgent alerts and emails over the last several months, as well as articles in this newsletter, give you a clue about how difficult, demanding, and disheartening this process continues to be. However, this agreement between the WEC and Caltrans, thanks solely to David's early insistence, also requires that Caltrans protect in perpetuity, acre for acre, as much farmland in Little Lake Valley as the bypass will destroy. In its EIRS, Caltrans had written off farmland impacts as insignificant. The WEC did not agree. Throughout this long and complicated mitigation boondoggle, David has never let Caltrans forget about its legally binding commitment to mitigate for lost farmland. Therefore, if this bypass is built, Caltrans will purchase a farmland conservation easement on one of the mitigation properties, and it will also purchase a property in the valley specifically for farming. WEC would like to be the manager and or owner of this property. David has continued to work with Caltrans to make this a reality. So that's bringing everybody, all my fans, all my listeners, and all those out there who will no longer be my enemy, the latest update. And for those who are concerned, tomorrow night, the Willits Environmental Center will have their 20th anniversary event. Please be there. Please make a phone call. Please drop by with your note of support. This is where we live today for tomorrow and for the next generations. Peace, health, and harmony, all love you can hold on to. This is Ron Lippert signing off.